Welcome to Psych with Sigmund, the show where we explore the fascinating world of psychology and uncover the secrets of the human mind. I'm your host, Sigmund, and today we're going to delve into a phenomenon that has puzzled psychologists and philosophers for decades: the bystander effect. So, what is the bystander effect? In simple terms, it refers to the tendency of individuals to be less likely to help someone in distress when they are in a group than when they are alone. This concept has been studied extensively in psychology, and its implications are far-reaching, affecting not only our understanding of human behavior but also our approach to social responsibility. The bystander effect first emerged as a psychological concept in the 1960s, following the tragic murder of Kitty Genovese in New York City. The case shocked the nation when it was reported that dozens of people witnessed the attack without intervening or calling for help. This incident sparked a wave of research into human behavior and decision-making, particularly in situations where individuals are part of a larger group. One of the key theories that explains the bystander effect is diffusion of responsibility. According to this theory, when we're in a group, we tend to assume that someone else will take action, so we don't feel as personally responsible for helping. This can lead to a kind of bystander apathy, where everyone assumes someone else will help and ultimately no one does. Another important factor is social influence. When we're in a group, we often look to others for cues about how to behave. If everyone around us seems indifferent or unhelpful, we're more likely to follow suit. This can create a kind of social norm where helping behavior is discouraged rather than encouraged. Research has consistently shown that the bystander effect is a real and significant phenomenon. In one classic study, psychologists John Darley and Bib Latané found that when participants were alone, 85% of them helped someone in distress. However, when they were in a group of 3 or more, only 31% helped. More recent studies have replicated these findings, using everything from laboratory experiments to real-world observations. But what about situations where helping behavior is more ambiguous? For example, what if we're not sure whether someone really needs help, or if the situation is more complex than it initially seems? Research suggests that in these cases, the bystander effect can be even more pronounced. When we're uncertain or unclear about how to help, we're more likely to rely on social cues and assume that someone else will take action. So, what can we do to overcome the bystander effect in our daily lives? One key strategy is to take personal responsibility for helping others. When we see someone in distress, we should try to put ourselves in their shoes and imagine how they might be feeling. We should also try to break the cycle of social influence by taking action, even if it means going against the norms of the group. In a therapeutic context, addressing the bystander effect can be an important aspect of treating conditions such as empathy disorders or antisocial personality disorder. By working with clients to develop more empathetic and pro-social behaviors, therapists can help them overcome their tendency to ignore or dismiss the needs of others. Imagine you're on a crowded bus, and someone nearby is being harassed by another passenger. At first, everyone seems shocked and upset, but as the situation continues, people start to look away or pretend they didn't see anything. In this case, the bystander effect can lead to a kind of collective indifference, where everyone assumes someone else will intervene, and ultimately, no one does. However, what if just one person on that bus decided to take action? What if they stood up for the victim, or simply asked the harasser to stop? In many cases, this single act of courage can be enough to break the cycle of the bystander effect, encouraging others to join in and help. In conclusion, the bystander effect is a complex and multifaceted phenomenon that highlights the importance of considering the social and psychological factors that influence our behavior. By recognizing the power of the bystander effect, we can work to create a more compassionate and responsible society, where individuals feel empowered to help those in need. As the first always say, psychology is not just about understanding the mind, it's about using that understanding to make a positive impact on the world. Whether it's speaking up against bullying, helping someone in distress, or simply being more aware of the social cues around us, we all have the power to make a difference. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, may your ego find balance between pleasure and reality.